Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of Ghoul Gaming Podcast. My name is Slinks and I am your host. I always want to call this a mini podcast just because it is such a short podcast. Normally podcasts last about, an hour and a half and stuff. Mine normally lasts about 15 minutes. But this podcast is all about video games, movies, TV shows, and a bunch of other random stuff. Mostly video games, though. That's the stuff that I like to talk about. So, to start off this podcast today, I kind of want to talk about some of the stuff that I've been playing. Just to, give a sense of who I am. I've actually been playing a lot of Backlog games. I have The Witcher 3 that I actually just started replaying. I lost a lot of my save content when my PS4 went down a while ago. But playing that, I'm trying to get into it. That game is massive and very intimidating, and I'm just trying to get used to it, and the fact that I'm replaying all this stuff that I've already played, it's a whole nother thing. But I'm also trying to play Dark Souls 2. That's another game that I played a while ago, never beat, kind of wanted to play it again, so I picked up the Scholar of the First Sin edition, and where it, switches up enemies and stuff like that, and I can't get into it. I just don't, I don't know what it is about it, but, I feel like maybe it's because I'm still replaying a lot of the same content that I've already played when I played through it the first time. I don't care, So I don't know if I'll ever actually end up beating either one of those games. Witcher 3 is probably more important than Dark Souls for me. And I really want to just beat Dark Souls 2 so I can play Dark Souls 3. And at this point, I don't really care. I'm going to go play Dark Souls 3 at some point. Other than that, bunch of 360 games that I am working on right now. I'm actually going to try and record some gameplay today from a game called The Saboteur, a game that came out a long time ago, was published by EA, developed by Pandemic and now defunct studio. I'm working on my backlog games, and I'm working on possibly starting a Let's Play stuff. I suck at editing video. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm so bad at it. And my laptop is still, it's not a video editing laptop. So I'm gonna try my best to get what I can get and go from there. And obviously there will be an update. But you can check all my updates. You can find out on Twitter, which I actually need to start using. Ghoul Gaming. Check that out. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Nothing fantastic. Just trying to progress with Ghoul Gaming, stuff like that, and just video games as a whole. I don't get a whole lot of time to play video games anymore. But it's, I'm making the attempt to do something. I'm making that attempt right now. Alright, so we're going to move on to the news portion of this podcast. This was actually just announced like 2 hours ago as this recording is going. Wasteland 3 was announced. In Exile Games is making Wasteland 3. They are the people that did Wasteland 2 and the director's cut, brought it to consoles and stuff like that, which in my opinion, don't play it on console. It's not as precise with a joystick and trying to select things and stuff like that. It doesn't feel good. Play it on PC if you can. Definitely worthwhile. Which I actually haven't beaten. So after hearing this, I'm like, Wasteland 2, put that on my gaming list. My backlog, gotta take care of that, because I own it. I have it on my PC, and I always get to the point where I want to, when I'm creating my characters, and I'm going through and stuff like that, and I sit there for like 3 hours just creating my crew, and then I'm like, alright, save it and leave, and then just never get back to it. So I'm gonna try and get back to that here real soon. But yeah, Wasteland 3, it is going to be set in a frozen wasteland of Colorado. This is a huge change from what Wasteland 2 was, because it was desert setting for the most part. But it's going to be it's not a Kickstarter, it's on Fig, I believe. Wasteland 2 was a Kickstarter. Wasteland 3, I believe, is going to be on Fig, which is another Kickstarter-like website. It's pretty cool. It's adding like vehicles, and it's adding on to what Wasteland 2 did, which Wasteland 2 got great reviews and stuff like that. Like I said, I probably put in about 2 hours into that game, and then other games came out, and I just forgot about it, and yeah, not good stuff there. But it looks great. Check it out. Yes, Fig, October 5th, that's when the campaign starts. Shooting for Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. They got some screenshots up already. Just go take a look at it and see what you guys think. Check out Wasteland 2 as well. Like I said, I recommend it on PC, but there are hard copies out there for retail for console gamers as well. Next up, this is some rumors. Destiny 2 will be releasing for PC and will be an entirely new kind of game. Interesting. It's supposed to be next year. Destiny 2 was supposed to be actually this year, but that whole timeline, got kind of goofed. So we got Rise of Iron instead, which I have not gotten to play yet, and I actually I want to, because Destiny is one of those shooters that's just a feel-good shooter. Like, you can jump in there and just play the game and chat and relax and play with friends and stuff like that. And, I don't know, and the shooting, it just feels great. It's a great shooter. But yeah, I'm not surprised by this. I'm surprised that the first Destiny was not on PC. I think they should have put it on PC, because that would have made the community even larger. For me personally, I think I would still rock the console versions, just because one, my computer can't run strong games at all, and two, I have more friends on consoles. But yeah, I'm actually really excited about it. I am there for Destiny 2, absolutely. But yeah, it sounds like they're starting over, which I think isn't a bad thing, just because the first Destiny felt like it was, it felt like it was trying to be too many different things. First-person shooter, co-op game, MMO. Just, it's like you at this point you just gotta choose one genre for the most part, and just stick with that. Go with that. For me personally, I think Destiny would benefit from going more MMO route anyways, so that's what I'm kind of hoping for. I'm hoping that it goes MMO, not subscription based. Oh my god, please don't be subscription based. I doubt it. If it's coming to consoles, it'd be very weird. But yeah, we don't know anything more. It's really just rumors. Rise of Iron just came out not too long ago, and I heard it was actually pretty fun. Doesn't add a whole lot, not as much as like what The Taken King was, and I'm annoyed that it's $40. So, it's $30. It's $30. So I'm like, man, I can't pull the trigger on that right now. $30 for an expansion that's not going to take me very long to beat. I don't know. And then I know I won't be playing Destiny later on. I can't justify it right now. Okay. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare finally gets some beta details. For PS4 only, the beta will start October 14th, and supposedly it ends October 17th. Not sure yet on that point, but it's only for people that pre-ordered the game. So you need to go pre-order the game, get your pre-order codes, and if you're dead set on getting it, if you decide to pre-order Amazon or GameStop, I recommend going there, just because Amazon, you don't pay for it right then and there. You can cancel it at any point and still get your pre-order code. GameStop, same way, $5 down. You do have to pay $5 down. Get your code. You can cancel it later. So go from there, which I'm tempted, but I know that they're probably going to end up doing a beta, an open beta, because they always do an open beta. So I'll probably just wait till that. I don't really want to go out of my way to pre-order stuff right now. But yeah, so, and then it will open up again October 21st and 24th for PS4 and Xbox One. So the first one, 14th to 17th, is PS4 only. 21st, 24th is both. It doesn't sound like it's coming to PC at all, which is weird. Very weird. Whatever. That's fine. Alright. Next up, I know a whole lot of people aren't going to care about this news at all. I personally don't really care too much about it either. But Star Wars Uprising, the mobile game, is getting shut down on November 17th. It's, for me personally, it's one of those things where it sucks when a pretty popular game gets shut down. But the only reason I really wanted to bring it up on this podcast, because I know one person that plays it kind of religiously. His name is Brandon Jones, and he is with the Easy Allies gaming group. They do podcasts and let's plays and streams and all that fun stuff. But yeah, he plays it a lot, and I don't know. I really want to know how he feels about it, because he also loved Disney Infinity, and that game's getting shut down, and it's like, man, I can't think of any games like that where I played them, I loved them, and then they got shut down. Like, I'm not a huge MMO person or anything like that, so I've never experienced that with any of those games. There is one game, years ago, when Facebook games were amazing. Everyone was playing Facebook games. There was a game called My Hero's Ability, and it was based off of the Heroes TV show that was on like NBC, I think. Man, that game was fantastic. It was a giant MMO on Facebook. It was all desktop, a web browser, and you got a random ability, like it was like invisibility or fire, ice, incognito. I don't know what it was. It was like the telepath kind of stuff, psychic stuff, whatever. It was so good. It was so good. I would play that game for hours. Like, at night, I would play that game all night. And there was, like, groups and stuff like that. And there was raids, if I remember correctly. There were raids. There's PvP battles and stuff like that. It was so good. That game was so good. And they shut it down. And, like, every year, I think about it again. And I'm like, man, I love that game. So I always look it up. And I'm always trying to figure out, are they ever going to bring that game back? Is anyone going to make a game like that ever again? And so far, no. So I even thought about it myself. I was like, man, how hard would it be to make a game like that? It's hard. It's very hard. So I'm not gonna worry too much about it. But that game was great. So I definitely understand how Brandon is feeling, for sure. Moving on from that, though, Xbox Live Games with Gold for October was announced. So this is where if you have Xbox Live Gold to play online, you get free games every single month. It is Super Mega Baseball